Top 10 Celebrities Who Went Broke. Hello viewers, welcome to another exciting edition and thanks for watching. Today we shall be talking about top 10 celebrities who went broke. Believe it or not, celebrities do go broke from time to time. They make bad investments, squander their fortunes on things that wouldn't make sense to many people, and sometimes try to live well beyond their means. Just because they are in Hollywood does not mean they are always rolling around living the good life. Some of the most famous people you've ever seen have been absolutely broke at one time or another. Some of these names might be surprising, while others might be common knowledge. Keep in mind, they made some rather poor choices to get to this point, despite the level of fame they've achieved. If you are new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss any of our amazing videos. There are a lot of celebrities that went broke in their days, but these are just some of the most notable. Number 10. Burt Reynolds. Reynolds has had one long and storied career ever since he played running back at Florida State and on through the 1970s when he was really popular. Since that time, he's racked up so much debt that he eventually started selling off his movie memorabilia to break even. He'll deny much of it, but the truth seems to be that he's taken some of the worst roles in his career not long after it was determined that he was flat broke and needed the money. Number 9. Toni Braxton. Despite her awesome voice and decent run of success, it seems like Braxton really overestimated her own fame. She continued to spend even when the royalties on her song started to trickle in and then finally dry up. This led to 2 bankruptcies in less than 5 years, and there might be a third on the way. Rumor has it she was still allowed to purchase a $3 million home while she was still $50 million in debt. Yeah. It might be reasonable to assume that she'll be looking at bankruptcy number 3 fairly soon if she hasn't already. Number 8. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson retired from boxing in 2005. The heavyweight champion declared bankruptcy, returned to jail and went through rehab before he again reached financial stability. By 2003, he owed money to the IRS, British tax authorities, lawyers, a personal trainer, a financial manager, and a music producer, amongst others. Tyson had to pay $9 million in a divorce settlement and was also behind on child support. Today, Tyson has retired from fighting and appears to be solvent again. In 2018, he started a marijuana company in California called the Ranch Companies. This year, he revealed he wants to start a cannabis-themed resort. Number 7. 50 Cent. 50 Cent has appeared in many movies and on TV shows, including the CBS show Power, Jared C., Tilton, Getty Images. He broke out as a rapper in the late 90s, but he makes most of his money from a diverse business empire. In 2015, 50 Cent was reportedly $32.5 million in debt while caught up in lawsuits and unpaid child support payments. The next year, he declared bankruptcy. More recently, 2018 reports said 50 Cent was a millionaire because of the 700 bitcoins he was reportedly paid on his 2014 album. 50 Cent later filed court documents that said the reports weren't true and the rapper had never owned any bitcoins. Number 6. Nicolas Cage. This is what it looks like to spend well beyond your means. Nicolas Cage tried to accumulate as much extravagance as he could by purchasing mansions, jets, and any other type of expensive item he could find. The problem was that by the time he had to file for bankruptcy, he was around $14 million in debt. It shouldn't come as any surprise that he had to sell off nearly everything he owned just to satisfy the debt, thereby kind of erasing the life he tried to make for himself. Since he's still acting in films, he's come close to paying off the debt, but one can only hope that the first time around was a lesson learned. Number 5. Kim Basinger. Oscar winner Kim Basinger found herself in dire financial straits in the early 1990s after she reneged on an agreement to appear in the film Boxing Helena and was ordered to pay $8.1 million to Mainline Pictures as a result. That in turn led Basinger to declare bankruptcy. Among her assets that were eventually liquidated was the town of Braselton, Georgia, which she and other investors had bought with the idea of turning it into a tourist attraction. Her share of the investment was eventually sold. The once tiny town seems to be doing okay without her, though. Its population has ballooned from just a few hundred in 1990 to close to 10,000 in 2014. Number 4. Marvin Gaye. The life of Motown legend Marvin Gaye was marked by both success, numerous hit records and Grammy nominations, and tragedy. His own father's fatality shot him in 1984. His troubles also included the breakdown of his first marriage to Anna Gordy, the sister of Motown Records founder Barry Gordy. Unpaid alimony to the tune of $600,000 led the crooner to declare bankruptcy in 1976. As part of a deal to settle his debt to his ex, he agreed to pay her all the royalties for his next record. The resulting album, Here My Dear, featured tracks including You Can Leave, But It's Going to Cost You, as Guy made his feelings about the breakup and his former wife abundantly clear. Number 3. Larry King. Larry King has won 2 Peabody Awards. King began his career in broadcast in the 1950s and 60s as a radio announcer in Miami, Florida. But in 1971, he was charged with grand larceny and accused of stealing $5,000 from his then business partner. Although the charges were dropped, that situation took a toll on his career at the time. King fell deep into debt and was forced to declare bankruptcy in 1978. That same year though, King was offered a national radio talk show in Washington, D.C., which later became his career-defining Larry King Live on CNN. Number 2. David Cassidy. David Cassidy reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart with his 1970s hit I Think I Love You. According to People magazine, the 70s heartthrob filed for bankruptcy in 2015 in his home state of Florida, despite selling over 25 million records in the height of his career. Cassidy had a history of DUIs and other health issues aside from his financial troubles. By his third DUI, his wife, Sue Shifrin Cassidy, filed for divorce in 2014. He put his mansion up for auction in an effort to finance his divorce and gave the Associated Press a tour of the house. Cassidy then passed away in November of 2017. In 2018, a voice recording revealed that he admitted to lying about having dementia and that his health issues were caused by alcohol addiction. Number 1. Donald Trump. President Donald Trump touted his business experience as one reason why he was the right choice for Commander-in-Chief. But a string of business failures and bankruptcies had some questioning his financial acumen. While Trump has never personally declared bankruptcy, his companies have gone bankrupt 6 times according to PolitiFact. The first was in 1991, when his Trump Taj Mahal Casino in Atlantic City went bust. Several more of his casinos and hotels went bankrupt in 1992. 2 more casino and resort bankruptcies happened in 2004 and 2009. After the last bankruptcy, Trump stepped down as chairman of Trump Entertainment Resort and reduced his share in the business to 10%. Challenges in the casino industry were to blame for at least some of those business failures, rather than business missteps by Trump, PolitiFact concluded. For what it's worth, the brash real estate mogul sees declaring Chapter 11 bankruptcies as a strategic business decision. "I've cut debt, by the way. This isn't me personally, it's a company," Trump has said. "Basically, I've used the laws of the country to my advantage, just as many others on top of the business world have." Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel and turn on post notification.